What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's yours truly, Fitz. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day, especially after Pokemon Go Fest weekend. And let's talk about Go Fest. Was it a good event? Was it worth spending the money to get certain spawns that you could only get buying the ticket? Could it have been better? Were there some hiccups? Were there some bad spawns? Let's just talk about Go Fest as a whole, and from my experience, from my opinions. And also, you guys might be able to wrap your head around why I actually had a pretty mediocre to almost bad Go Fest experience. Maybe you can explain it to me. You're going to be left scratching your head just as much as I did, but let's go ahead and get into it. So let me go ahead and go into my Pokemon. One thing I will say, Go Fest was good, I just don't think it was great, is the fact that we were able to farm Gible. Now, whether you bought a ticket or not, it did not matter. You were going to get access to Gible raids, whether it was in your area with a bunch of raids in sight, or it was invites from people on your friends list from around the world or around town, stuff like that. You had a chance to raid for Gible, which also meant you could farm candy, and you could also farm good IV Gibles. Like me, I didn't have a good IV Gible. Also, when you farm Gibles, as you can see here, trading them, that was fantastic. I think this was really a very, very, very big selling point for Go Fest for me personally, is Gible within itself, and of course the chance to get the shiny as well. So this is a 97% right here, so that within itself is huge for me. For other people, maybe not so much. It was just the shiny hunt. For me, it didn't really go very well, especially on day one. Day one, I got two shinies. I got a Machop, which I accidentally clicked on. I did not need the shiny Machop. I already have one. But I did get one that I was desperately looking for, so I don't have to raid anymore. Shiny Alolan Marowak. The next day comes by, and then I click on another Marowak. Okay, I'm not as upset, but you typically don't want to duplicate shinies if you already have them, because you're trying to click on other ones that you need. So I finally found the shiny Gible. It was a regular spawn on an incense. I was very happy with that, so I don't have to worry about shiny Gible anymore. I did get another shiny Alolan Exeggutor. I traded for one, so getting this duplicate didn't suck that bad because I didn't have one of my own to begin with, so I was okay with this. I was mainly clicking on these every once in a while because of the Stardust. You know, you get extra Stardust because it is an evolution. I will say I was only clicking on a certain amount of Pokemon, and if we actually go ahead and go into Cerebi.net here, I will kind of tell you what Pokemon I was clicking on. Of course, unknowns, I didn't get any shinies of those. I was only clicking on Alolan Grimer, Zangoose, Gibbles for both Candy and Shiny, Durant, almost nothing out of the special friendship on day one, Sudowoodo, I was clicking on that, Woobats, Executes, don't have one, Tangela, of course, everyone was clicking on that. Out of the fire, Alolan Marowak, we are aware that I was clicking on that. Darumaka to farm, Litwick to farm, Heatmores. In the water habitat, Tentacool. Quillfish, of course, new shiny for everybody. And that was really it. That's all I was clicking on. So to go deeper and farther into that, without making this video 800 minutes long, it is pretty much confirmed, and we know this as a community, that different Pokemon have different shiny rates. Sneasel has a very high shiny rate. Pineco, one of the very first Pokemon to become shiny that we discovered, have a higher shiny rate, for example. Skarmory has a higher shiny rate. So although I only got 8 shiny Pokemon, if we go back to the phone here, with Exeggutor, even though I only got 8 shiny Pokemon, there's a Heatmore. I got that towards the end of the event on day 2. Glad I got that one. Quillfish, glad I got that one. Tangela, that was my last one. I traded for this Electrike. I only got 8 shiny Pokemon, which was pretty low. 2! Only 2 on day 1. So it was very, very depressing going into day 2. But I think it has a lot to do with the Pokemon I was trying to click on. Because the Pokemon I was clicking on had lower shiny rates than others. Like if I was clicking on a bunch of Swablu, Meditites, Slackoths, Sneasels, Dratinis, heck, I even clicked on a Machop and I hardly clicked on any and I got a shiny. If I was clicking on some Pokemon that had higher shiny rates, I would probably have a lot more shinies. And that might explain why you got a lot of shinies as well. It's just because going into this event, I had almost all these shinies going into the event. So the ones that I need to click on, like Durant, super rare. It's a regional that's not even in my area. Of course, Niantic is going to make it just a normal shiny rate, making it hard to get. And that makes 100% sense. I'm not complaining. That makes sense. But I'm trying to kind of justify for those that are like me that didn't get a bunch of shinies, but had a bunch of these already, why you didn't get so many. It has to do with shiny rates as well. So I'm not upset at that, but I'm upset more at the fact that I went to St. Louis and got only 8 shinies. And let me show you just a picture of what St. Louis looks like at the St. Louis Zoo if you've never went. So right here is the St. Louis Zoo, and this is only part of it. There are 3 gyms, 4 in the picture alone, but there's actually 18 on the nearby that you can see at all times. So raids were great, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's about 40 Pokestops in this picture alone, and there are about 30 more off to the right on the other side of the zoo. So we were playing in basically Disney Wonderland for Pokemon Go, but I only got 6 shinies, but 8 total as a whole. 6 is not bad for one day, but we were playing in heaven, basically. And not only did I only get 8 shinies, my other partners, girlfriend and my brother, they got 13 and 14 shinies. I'm seeing all over the place, people are getting 28, 30. Someone got 81 shinies. I'm not kidding. And most of these people are playing from home, and it's kind of strange. But to backtrack, we know why some people got higher shinies because of what I just explained. A lot of these Pokemon have higher shiny chances than others. And a lot of people don't care if they get duplicates of shinies. And that's absolutely okay. I understand that. So it's kind of weird. The thing that I want you guys to try to comprehend is like, why did I not get so many shinies when I'm playing in a place like this? It's kind of crazy. I don't know. But I guess I'm okay with it. I don't know. So if we go ahead and go back to the game, I did do pretty well though on IVs. So 93% Gible, 97% Victini. I was stoked about that. I almost have this maxed out. Stoked. So that was definitely a highlight. My Shadow Mewtwo, excuse me, is not that great, but it's still good as a Shadow Mewtwo. This Shadow Moltres turned out to be pretty well. My Zapdos and Articuno are okay for the most part. I hatched a 97 Dwebble there, not too bad. 95, another 97 Gible, so I was very excited for those. I got an Ultra League PvP Gible, that's not bad either. Another 93 Gible. So, like, I got some good IVs of Pokemon that actually matter in Pokemon Go. So, that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. Now let's get into GoFest as a whole. So, day 1 was the rotational habitats. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. As you see here, we went through the Pokemon. The rotationals was great. Day 2, not so much. I did not like the Pokemon Team Rocket takeover thing. It really killed the spawns because then it just ended up being random. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the randomness of the spawns. I liked how I could look forward to certain hours and farm really hard, and then some hours take it a little bit easy. And this would have been perfect if they would have put that in with the Team Go Rocket stuff, because on certain hours where you wanted to take it a little bit easy, whether you're either at home or you're out playing, you could focus more on the Pokemon Go Team Rocket takeover and get your quests done safely and securely and stress-free during an hour where you don't care about it so much when it comes to the spawns. So that would have made a lot more sense. People would have probably had a lot more chances at shinies, especially because day 2 took out a lot of Pokemon that people were looking for. I'll just go to the water biome for an example. If I scroll down here, the water biome was the one that was probably hit the most. There were no Poliwags on day 2. There were no Tentacles. There was no Chinchous. Not from my experience of playing at St. Louis Zoo. There were plenty of Carvana. There were no Clamperl. Like, holy cow. As far as, there were no Houndour. I didn't see any, I don't think. There were no Magmar, that's for sure. I didn't see any Ponyta. There was supposed to be Growlithe on day 2, but I didn't see any at where I showed you I was playing at. There were no Executes, there were no Oddishes, there were no Wobbuffets, there were no Sudowoodos. So there were some Pokemon spawn decisions on day 2 that made 0 sense. There were actually a lot of Pokemon spawning through the battle habitat that didn't make sense. Like, there were a ton of Sableye. Now, if you needed one, I understand. I'm not knocking it that you needed one. Swablues were all over the place. Swablu is one of the very first shiny Pokemon to come out in the game, and they're still pushing it. That's kind of strange. There were no Krogunk. I still need one. Skarmories, I don't think there were any Skarmories either. I know some people still needed that. I would not have been upset. I do have 2 Skarmories, but I would not have been upset if that was spawning still. So overall, GoFest was okay. I want to know how well you guys did in the comment section down below. As far as if it was worth money, I don't think so. Lucky Buns was not a ticket holder, and look at the shinies he got. He got the rarest shinies you could get without a ticket. Gible, he snagged 2. That's fantastic. Alola Marowak, that's fantastic. Tangela, yep. Chansey, he didn't have one, yep. Alolan Grimer doesn't have to try to hatch him in eggs anymore. So I think you could have done just fine without a ticket. I don't think you needed to buy a ticket. If you wanted to have a chance at shinies, unknowns, you needed a ticket, but that's okay. There's people that have duplicate shiny unknowns. You could trade for it. Durant, that's okay. You could have trade it for something else, you know? And then, let's see. I think you needed a ticket for Heatmores to get access to that shiny. There are only a handful of Pokemon that you need a ticket for to have access to. So I don't think buying a ticket is justified. If I did exactly what Lucky Buns did and got these shinies exactly like this, except for the 100%, if I got these exact shinies, I would have been stoked because I did not pay $15 to get these shinies. So I don't think a ticket was justified whatsoever. And then again, going into the Team Rocket stuff, it's a waste of time. You're farming Team Rocket stuff when you should be farming shinies, Gible candy, Litwick candy, because Litwick still spawned on day 2. You know, stuff like that. Because GoFest has always been a major farm session, as opposed to a major battle session, I guess. Now, you needed to do it for your special research, and that's fine. That's when I actually enjoyed doing it, was to complete that, but I did not battle the rest of the day. I simply completed my special research as fast as possible so I could farm shinies, Pokemon, and candy. And Stardust, I guess, too. So there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think about Pokemon Go Fest after the fact in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your experience? Let me know, and let others know, because they're curious as well. Smash that like button, and subscribe if you think so already. Be a part of the Fitz City fam. This is your boy Fitz City. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.